What is electoral college system and how does it work? From the website of USA.gov website, it stated that electoral college is a system that decides who will be the next elected president and vice president. So now let's talk about the process of it. From the same website, after your ballot for president, your vote gonna goes statewide tally. Then a candidate needs to vote at least 270 electors from uh, more than half of electors to win the presidential election. Lastly, the projected winner is announced on election night in November after your vote. But the actual electoral college vote takes place in mid-December when the electors meet in their states. So let's talk about who's in electoral college. Each state gets as many electors as it has members in the Congress, the House, and the Senate, including Washington, D.C.'s 3 electors. There are currently 538 electors in all. Today, I'll present to you all on why we should stop or must not implement the system again due to the unfairness of the voting system, or why it should change its ways. First, I'll discuss the problem of the electoral system. The second is the causes of the electoral system, why it is a huge problem to everybody, including the candidates and the people and the smaller states. And before finally with a solution. The problem of electoral college is that from the article of Steve Newman, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, that was published in fall 2020, it stated that the first problem with the electoral college is that it gives more weight to voters in small states than those in more population ones. Every state gets a minimum of 3 electoral votes. However, each state's total allotment is based on its representation in the Senate. Always 2 people, and the House is varies by population. So what are the ugly sides of the electoral college and why is a huge problem? The first causes is that the encouragement of vote suppression. From the article of Steve Newman that was published in fall 2020, he stated that the biggest problem with the electoral college is that it encouraged vote suppression. Certain states always had an advantage in the population count because they get electoral advantage in the population count because they get electoral votes appointed on the basis of the slave population and the white population. That gave the states extra representation for people that weren't really representing at all. Another cause or ugly side of the electoral college system is that it is unfair for other states. From the article of Mario Lasson, a growing number of critics raised alarms about the electoral college that was last updated on June 10, 2021. She stated that the problem is that twice since 2000, the person with the most votes didn't win. Both times in 2000 and 2016, it was the Republican candidates who got fewer votes but ended up in the White House. So, a solution that was proposed by an unknown author from the website, the Berkeley School, titled The Flaws of the Electoral College System, that was published on October 22, 2020. They stated, an easier solution to the electoral college problem would be just to remove the winner takes all system. This would require individual with state legislatures to change their laws. Getting rid of the winner takes all system means that candidates will receive any electoral votes from them, and regardless of whether they won the majority of electoral votes from that state. Another solution that was being proposed by Dana Hushman, titled How It Works, Why It's Broken, and How to Fix It. From her article, it stated that the main way in which people want to change the electoral college system is to move to popular vote. To change the electoral college, you need to change the U.S. Constitution. This means 2/3 majority in the the House and the Senate, or by constitutional convention called for by 2/3 of state legislatures. First, we already discussed the problem of electoral college, why it became a huge problem. And second, we discussed the causes of it before finally with a solution. I hope I present you all on why electoral college should be stopped or never be implemented again, or it must change its ways. So, for me, I came from another country and I have read a lot of it in my high school years studying US history. I'm a foreigner based on what I've learned or what I've researched. Electoral college is already a big problem to everybody, including the smaller states, the candidates of it, because it's getting unfair, and especially if the people that lives here, their votes always matter. It always matter because they wanted to be secured for their future. They wanted to be heard, and they wanted that their rights will be also be respected. And it becomes getting unfair to everybody, including the candidates, because it's unfair because they have the most total votes and ended up losing of it.